What's good, family? Trying to hope that my computer is okay. So that's really as good as it's gonna get for the visual presentation. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shakayla. This is Manifesting with Karmic Psycho, where I discuss manifesting the life you deserve to have, my process and journey to ascension, and of course, spirituality in general. So, if you are new here, if this is the first time you have checked out my channel, please go ahead and click the thumbs up button if you like this video. Go ahead and subscribe as I am on a journey to monetization. I am shy of about 200 subscribers so that I can be monetized. And if you're part of the spiritual family, big hearts call to you guys. I am always eternally grateful for you and really just happy to be in this space of unconditional love and healing with you. Um, okay, so today I have a channel message, and we're going to start off the reading with some cleansing of our energy and just a little bit of Reiki and sound bowls, not too much. So, as I prepare to cleanse my space and to cleanse the energy, if you could please begin taking some slow, deep breaths, breathing in at a count of 4, holding for 3, and then releasing at a very slow breath of 6. Okay. And you can definitely change the breath count as much as you need to. And also just take notice of your breath and where you are and how regulated you are at this moment. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and count inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So now that you are grounded, now that you are feeling at home in your body, we can begin to do some sound bowls. And I'm going to send you some Reiki just so that you are open to this message, open to the energy, and just in alignment with your highest good, okay? Thank you, Spirit. God, ancestors, angels, archangels, Hecate, and Osiris for in this space with us. Thank you, Lilith. I ask that you please send healing, send unconditional love to anyone watching this. Set them on the vibration that they need to be to receive everything that is meant for them at their highest good. And remember, you don't have to do anything to receive this Reiki except to just be present and be open to receiving. Okay, so I first want to begin the channel message with a visualization I got when I was meditating, and Spirit showed me basically like a train, but it was one of those ones where it's like broken up into different cars, and there were 7 of them, like 7 of the main chakra points, and each one of them, you know how, like, if you've never been on a train, or have you even seen like a movie or a TV show where people are riding on trains and it's like they're separated by class. So it'll be like the you just basically pay basic amount to get on this train. That'll be one. And then like all the way in the front, that's gonna be basically like the first class. You know what I'm saying? So spirit is guiding us into first class. Okay. And basically each one of these chakra points, as we are aligning them, we are also aligning with our true purpose. Okay. And at the way that spirit showed me this is that the train was moving. Okay. So as we are aligning, the energy is moving. It's all moving together for a specific purpose to get us to a destination. And that destination isn't a certain amount of money. It's not success in career. That destination is peace. Okay. And maybe all those things may be included inside of that, but we are on a destination to peace, the collective. Okay. So the first thing to discuss just with the full moon, it is in the sign of Cancer. Okay. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So this is our feelings, our emotions, our deep inner introspections. All of this is just the embodiment of our truest self based on how we feel. Okay. Cancer also rules the fourth house. And this is our inner world, like I said, and it goes with the affirmation I nurture. It's the house of fundamentals, and it represents domestic environment, the actual physical home, and the relationship with the mother, emotional roots, and inner self. So during this transit, first of all, we're going to be seeing a lot of energy being pulled out of us that is directed towards our parental figures. Okay. Cancer is where the moon is right now, and that rules the mother. Capricorn is where the sun is right now, and that rules the father. Okay. So when we want to think about where the sun is in your chart and where the moon is in your chart, and looking at those different houses and seeing directly how this is impacting your relationship with your mother and your father at this time. Okay. Um, so this moon is called the wolf moon. They call it this because this is a time where wolves are like mostly howling at the moon because it is mating season. And what I was saying a couple videos ago about being in tune with nature, and going on with the flow of nature. So how I was saying like about hibernation and stuff. So just like it is mating season for animals, it is also mating season for humans, also known as cuffing season, right? So this is the time where we are really, our energy is slowing down, and we could be present in our relationships more than we are in the summer moments when it's more about self. Okay. Um, The wolf moon signifies new beginnings and more opportunities as the days get longer, and it enhances trust in self. Okay. Um, I want to talk a little bit about the animal totem, the crow, the crab, the crone. That's interesting. I'm gonna get back to that in just a second. So, the crab is a symbolization of protection, first of all, protection of self. It connects with the energy of the water because Cancer is a water sign. It also connects with the energy of yin. Yin energy is feminine, okay? It's passive energy, and it's very calm and collected. Um, Yin also represents the acceptance of what is. So as we are in this full moon energy, we are just being presented with the truth of what it is. And now us having the opportunity, the energy is right for us to have acceptance for these things. This is the perfect energy for the beginning of 2023, okay, as we are releasing and letting go like we do in full moons. Okay. Full moon is to reset, is to release, is to rejuvenate. It says the crab Their hard shell is a shield of protection against weaknesses and vulnerability. The ability to sidewalk also indicates the need to take a step aside and not confront certain situations. Okay, so during this time, also we're in Mercury retrograde, so that means that also communication is a little wonky until about the 18th of January, and then there's the shadow period afterwards. So we're looking at least another week past then where we are being impacted by Mercury being on this opposition. So right now we have the opportunity to be healthier communicators by kind of reflecting on our own self, also choosing our battles, picking them wisely and knowing when it's time to turn up and when it's not time to turn up. Okay, when it's time to be vulnerable and really allow your emotions to show, and when it's time to have a guard up. The discernment is up to you, and the energy is just right for you to have that discernment. Okay. um Cancer is ruled by the moon, like I said. It's often known as the home body of the zodiac. And so, of course, it rules our emotions. And not only does it represent the home, it also represents our family and our foundations. Okay, it has a lot to do with emotional security, our upbringing, and also our ancestries. This is something that I really want to touch bases on. A few weeks ago, we were talking about generational wealth on a podcast. I'm going to link the episode below in the description box. The episode is it was our second parenting episode. Let me just see real quick what it's called. Parenthood, of course. Okay, so what I was saying during that podcast episode is that generational wealth is not just about money, although on a physical level we perceive it to be that, but there's so many other things that your kids need from you as a parent. Okay, you have to be able to offer emotional stability and emotional intelligence. Then you have to be able to offer financial security, and not just financial security, but financial literacy. That means actually teaching and passing down on healthy financial decisions, and also the actual physical passing down of what it is, whether it be a home, whether it be actual money, whether it be assets, all of that. um, Generational wealth is also about, you know, emotional availability. All of these things really go into being a parent. You got to check out that episode to hear what I was saying about that. But while we're in cancer season, this is specifically the time of the nurturing parent. And what that means is everybody has two parents, right? And they're split up into one that's the nurturing parent and the other parent, which I forgot what that one is called. Okay, the nurturing parent is the parent that is more loving, more accepting, just giving you that energy of the feminine. Okay, and it doesn't have to be the mother for that. But so you're going to be also seeing a peak, having realizations to the type of parent that you are. If you are the nurturing parent, then you're going to see more. I'm gonna say, I don't want to say feedback because to me that sounds like the wrong word, but I would just say that you're going to get karma, whether that is negatively or positively, whether it's, even if you don't want to go negative or positive, even if it is on a high vibration or a low vibration, you're going to see that. Okay. Um, so for my first channel message, I want to get into the angel number 116. I've been seeing this angel number a whole lot. Okay. Um, and 116 as a total, I'm going to break this down. First, we got the number one, and this means independence. Okay. New beginnings. I said new vibration. So that might be something going into a new vibration. Solitude, and then we're looking at 11 as a whole, and that equals manifestation. And then when we look at 11 and 1 as both of what they are. It represents the sun and the magician in the tarot. And the sun is about self, and magician is really about creating your reality, manifesting it, using the tools that you have available to you right now. Okay. So what spirit is saying is that you have all the tools available to you, and the main one being your authenticity. The main one is shining and being your highest vibration. The number 6 represents unconditional love. It also, once again, represents the mother. And as a total 116 is really giving the energy of having willpower to overcome obstacles. Okay. So as we are having our reflections about what happened last year, any mistakes we made, the growth that we had, okay, we are really seeing with the energy of 116 that we do have the strength to keep going. And although there may be obstacles ahead us in 2023, we can look back and see in 2022 the obstacles that we did have, and the fact that we're still here, we're still standing, we're still going, we're still keeping towards that. Okay, so that's pretty good energy. Something that kept coming across me this week in different things, whether I was on Pinterest, Instagram, whether I was out in public somewhere, somebody bringing it up to me in conversation, and they had no clue that I was already channeling this energy, is Lilith. Okay. So first I want to talk about the story of Lilith, and then we'll get into the astrology Lilith. Okay. So the story of Lilith, if you are not familiar with the Bible or anything like that, is that, she was supposedly Adam's first wife. Okay. But Lilith represents nonconformity. What she was is basically refusing to do all the things that was basically required of her as Adam's wife, and instead she chose to move into alignment with her true self. Okay. Lilith represents the dark moon or the unseen planet, and for all intents and purposes, this is really just your shadow side on a one person level. Okay. She's associated with intuition, your psychic abilities, and of course hidden knowledge. Lilith is believed to be known as a super powerful feminine vibration. Okay. And it in certain circles, this could be seen as a dangerous energy, right? Because this is the energy that's going to move people and direct people's conscious level into first putting themselves first, but also to moving away from any standards that society has set that we are, supposed to follow and everything like that. In many ways, Lilith represents just our shadow side, our natural human nature. Okay. So the thing about Lilith is in your birth chart, she represents basically like your shadow. And if you go into your birth chart, you want to find out what house Lilith is in, and also what planets are also in that house. In Lilith, you'll see where your deep desires, sexual liberation, and then the extraordinary power of claiming. And this kind of goes into the law of attraction, but just basically saying like reclaiming your identity as who you are, but also claiming what is naturally meant to be yours in this lifetime. Okay. Let me see. It feels like I had so much more to talk about, but like now that I'm saying it, it's like that went by so fast. So what I'm going to do is pull cards from the moon deck and see what messages that spirit had for us in this full moon outside of what I channeled. I feel like this energy is very fast moving, and in order to harness it, in order to use it for your highest good, you have to be in the energy of kind of like moving quickly as well. And depending on what area this is affecting your life, like I say, first of all, you want to look into your fourth house and see what you got going on in there. And then you also want to look into the house that Cancer is in and seeing also how is this impacting you. Once you look into those houses, then you can say, okay, how can I manipulate this energy for my highest good? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So we got 4 cards coming out. So first, we have the energy of 13, and this card says, I am ready. Thank you. Can you see this? Sorry if y'all can't see the card. This lighting is trash. It's not really helping. So looking here at this card, feeling the energy of this card, right? I'm just really getting the message of Spirit is, first of all, confirming and re-energizing with you that you are ready. You do have all the tools that you need, okay? And even whatever fears that you have, you want to kind of put them to the side, acknowledge them for sure, and validate your feelings that you have every right to be afraid of these things, but also knowing that what is the reality of these fears, and outside of them, what can you do to move into the next space of yourself? Because no matter what, you're always going to have fears, just like you're always going to have obstacles, just like you're always going to be learning something, just like you're always going to be changing. So why wouldn't you just be ready right now? With the growth that you have incurred thus far, with the lessons that you have learned, with the healing that you have done, you are ready. You are ready for this season of your life. Then we have the energy of 35. It says, my home is a sacred space full of beauty, inspiration, and protection. And this is just Spirit doubling down on the energy of Cancer here. First thing is saying, cleanse your home, cleanse your space, especially if you have a space designated just for your spiritual business. And then also just reflect on the beauty that is this moment right now, okay? And from there, not only are you going to find inspiration, but you're going to have a realization of how protected that you really are. Okay. The home is so important when it comes to manifestation, because this, depending on what you do, if you spend the majority of your time at home, then this sets the vibration for who you are. Just like I have that one video about the clothing that you wear, it sets the vibration on a daily basis of what you got going on. So if you live in a space that's untidy or unkept, or you having like a little depression blues, like I can totally relate to that. Yesterday I was just talking to Cherry and I was like, I had like use the vacuum for my in-laws, and it's been like a week since I went to get it, but I still haven't used it or picked it up. And my girlfriend was like, dang, we still haven't even vacuumed yet. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm depressed. Like, it's giving. And she was like, I kind of thought that, but I was like giving you space or whatever. And it was like, yeah. But at the same time, is the realization that I'm sitting in stagnant energy with the undone laundry, with the unput away laundry, with the dishes being undone. This is all stagnant energy that is kind of blocking the flow of your space, if that makes sense. Okay. The next energy we have is of 6. Okay. It says, collaboration brings more sweetness into my life and into the world. This is so much Oshun energy. Shout out to Oshun. Okay. We got the bees going, we got the honey going, and they're like inside of a honeycomb, kind of like partnering together, working together. So what Spirit is saying is, first of all, duality is what I'm sensing more from this message, more than working with other people. It's the duality of yourself. When I think about the crab, right, and how we like walk sideways, first of all, on a human level, that's kind of like hard for my brain to comprehend. Not that the crab is walking sideways, but how is it walking sideways without stumbling at all, without stepping over the other like crab leg? Like, it doesn't really make sense. The crab moves its body in our correlation. Every single body part is collaboratively working together to create movement. Okay. And that is the message that Spirit is saying also with Cancer season, is working together all of the parts of yourself. This being the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. They all work together, honey. Everything is connected. Okay. And the more that you see balance in all of those areas of your life, the more joy you will experience, the more you can be present in the moment, the less you have to dissociate. Okay. And then the last card we have is the energy of 28. And it says, I trust the mystery of my life. You may not know where you're going right now. You may not know where this year is going to take you. You may even be having some feelings of, what should I do next? Um, just feeling kind of an emptiness or a sourness about 2022, because I'm gonna be honest, like, even though 2022 was a 6 years, the year of unconditional love, for me that kind of meant, not even kind of, it directly meant emptying myself of all of the things that wasn't really unconditionally loving me, and I wasn't able to unconditionally love it back. It also just was releasing physical things, parts of myself, behaviors, and after that you feel kind of like, who am I now? You know what I'm saying? And that's okay to feel that way, but just to know that you are protected, and just to find peace through meditation, building up that trust with yourself so that you can build up trust with other people and other relationships, because 7 is a year of our relationships. And also just this time in general is heavy on our relationships, specifically the parental ones. And then the love energy for this year is just so crazy. The divine matches that are coming to fruition as well. So thank you, Spirit, for those beautiful messages. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box or going to fullmoonbeauties.com. And also, please, if you can, go and check out my podcast, I've Got Time. We are streaming everywhere. I just posted a video, what every life path needs to hear for 2023 channel message. So also please go ahead and check that out, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.